Hi, Torok at your service. I want to start this video with something I usually leave to my disclaimers at the start of a video, but this time I want to emphasize it verbally. Go watch the original Death Battle. Like, right now. This is not a joke. I do not own the content I'm about to react in this video, so make sure you saw the original episode before coming to my reaction, or anyone else's reaction, really. You should be able to find the link in the description for both the Rooster Teeth and YouTube version. I say that because I think this episode is extremely important for me and the Death Battle community as a whole, and I really want us to give the crew the message that, yeah, we've been wanting this fight all along. So I would really like it if we can get this original video to trend, as hard as Bill Court did, in fact. So make sure that you watch this episode first, that you watch it before, after, and then after watching this reaction again. Capiche? In fact, very shortly after this video is uploaded, I'm going to launch a stream. A silly stream where I watch MacGrath versus Alex Mercer 10 times, as this was requested by Chad James, the voice of Boomstick, during one of their Death Battle cast. No, I'm serious. It's happening in like 2-3 hours after this video is uploaded, so hope I'll see you there. Alright, thank you for your time, and on with the reaction. Oh, hello! Sorry, I thought the disclaimer would give me a bit more time. Sorry, I'm cleaning a little bit. Like, you've probably seen my community post like a few days ago. Like, things haven't been particularly great this week, so I figured like I might clean up a little bit to change my mind. And this is where I realized like I haven't cleaned up this bookshelf since like the beginning of the season, so it's been picking up dust all the way. So, you know, I figured I might give it a little sweep! Hello, you beautiful nerds of the world, Torok at your service, and welcome to the most excited I've ever been this season of Death Battle, Part 2! Because today we're looking at another one of my most wanted matchup of all freaking time, and possibly your most wanted matchup of all time. That's right, we're talking about the 3D champions of this year, the PlayStation All-Star Sweeper Royales, MacGrath versus Alex Mercer. Fuck, I didn't say the title. You know, there's always something I say about like a Death Battle matchups whenever I react. It's something, and I often say something along the line of, oh, you know, in 11th season of Death Battle, this matchup, it's a surprise they haven't made this matchup before, you know, thing like that. This matchup is the embodiment of that fucking phrase. We're talking about the most popularly requested matchup in Death Battle history, the longest running demand in the entire history of the show, aside from the other one. Shut up. It had its highs and lows, but we remained, okay? Dormant, yet never extinct. And all it took, goddammit, was one chance for the community to be heard. To rise up, and I'm gonna say it, to fucking sweep the competition placed before this matchup. I've been there, you know? I've been there, you know. Hyperstarman's campaigning, Red Runner's awesome animation preview, the hashtags, the support. I've been there, kid. I don't know why I'm taking this old man exit out of his sudden, but I felt it was a good vibe. I've been there. The hashtag Colex sweeps. I'm going to hell. But like, sweeping aside, if you follow me for a while, you know I have a like top 25 most wanted matchup, and I have my list of most wanted matchup, and all the way on top there's like I have 3 matchups that are basically like they're number 1 and number 3 and number 2, but like they're basically all equal in my eyes. Like number 1 can be number 3, and number 3 can be number 2, and number 2 can be number 3 back, and then number 2 becomes number 1, and it's like a constant swapping and changing and bickering and all that thing between number 2 and number 3. Colex was number 4, high enough to be on top of everything else, but like just low enough to not have to be not having to bother with all the political war that is my podium. So how about I tell you about what I know about these characters so I can tell you why. 29 and 2010 were both like, I would say they were both my big like gaming console era. Personally, when I was a kid, I was like around 13, 14, I was always a big fan of video games. And me and my big brother would always, we would basically have like one console each. I was the Nintendo kid with all the GameCube, the Wii, and the 3DS. And my big brother would always, he would be the PlayStation guy, because, you know, he's the older, he's the mature guy, rah, rah, rah. And he would play PlayStation stuff, so PlayStation 1, PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, those were his shtick. But, you know, as brothers, we often swapped a little bit. Sometimes my big brother would go and play some Resident Evil 4, he would play some Legend of Zelda, and I would sneak into his room to play some PlayStation 3 games. And if I can, like, pinpoint the console I played the most in my childhood, I would definitely say, I would definitely go for the Wii and the PlayStation 3. Like, this were the big era where I could say, yes, I game. Infamous, not Infamous 2. Well, neither of them, actually. Infamous is a game I never particularly played, but I've always heard about it, and I've always looked at Let's Plays, Long Plays, and of every, like, of Infamous 1, 2, Second Son, whatever. And he was also in PlayStation Battle Royale All-Star twice, and I played a lot of that game, but Cole is very minor to me, even though I have a lot of respect for him. But I have not made that fact a secret. I am a huge fan of Prototype. Prototype 1 and 2, where those games I would sneak up to my brother's room and had so much fun memories with it, man. Like, it's even when I replayed it not so long ago as a Let's Play that you can find on my channel right now, and some streams that I made of Prototype 2. Man, it hasn't lost its charm to me. The I'm 13 and this is so dark and badass tip fedora kind of charm, but you know, it's a charm nonetheless. Oh my god, I remember I wanted a fedora when I was a kid. Not even kidding. I wanted a hat because I wanted to look cool, but I didn't know jack shit about hats. Where is it? And this is what I got. And this is what I got. So it's a little small now, but imagine being cool like this. How do I look? Oh god. While you were having premarital sex, I mastered the fishing rod. Alphas and chavs, I don't know about those fishes, but I caught one this big last week. But yeah, anyway, like, just to say, like, the PS3 is a big part of my childhood, and Alex Mercer is he's just a symbol of this little era for me, this little era of angsty teenager, and, oh god, I just love Prototype. Like, the PS3 is just, I just love Prototype. But what about you? That's right, question of the days are back! I didn't forget about them for once. What was your favorite PlayStation 3 game? Like, it doesn't have to be a PS3 exclusive game, just whatever game you played on that console. I would love to know that. Let me know in the comments. There's probably going to be a pinned comment about the question of the day. Now, for the big question, who I think is going to win? It's close. It is way closer than I think most people think it is. There's a lot of misconception regarding this debate and regarding Alex that I was glad to talk about during the Let's Discuss with Billy, Sean, and Maton, whatever. But there's also a lot of subtleties about Alex Mercer that could, like, really make this debate really interesting, but ultimately I'm afraid it's gonna be another Billcord where it's close, it's closer than most people think, but ultimately my favorite is going to die, and I think I've kind of accepted that. So far from everything I've analyzed of this fight, Cole's options and like win conditions and stuff are way more straightforward than Alex. He's got too much shit to throw at him that would just overwhelm the poor guy, but I want to figure out their stats. That's always the thing that I'm always a little iffy about, what's their maximum potential. I still have like a glimmer of hope for Alex to win. Then like he has like some genuine arguments to win, but like so far I just think Cole's got this. But I don't want to make any hasty decisions until I know everything about these two. So I need to shut up and finally watch the most anticipated death battle in history. I'm excited.
Cole MacGrath, the patron saint of InFAMOUS.
Alex
Mercer, yes.
Blacklight virus prototype from Prototype.
Yeah!
Alright, champions, you voted for it, so we're finally doing it.
Yes!
Long after these characters were ever relevant. Oh, hey!
Fuck off.
What I found in the trash. An old script we wrote for this very matchup.
Come
Back
on.
in 2013.
Wait, we haven't emptied our trash in 10 years?
Really?
Where's an ambush?
Boomstick.
And
It's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who will win a death battle. What do you mean, an old script?
with great power comes great responsibility. Tobey Maguire's not the only superhero who's had to learn that lesson.
Cole
No.
MacGrath was just your average.
Okay, I think we need to count the amount of Spider-Man I see of Tobey Maguire's.
This was the race.
Just seeing the preview, like, there's a bunch of them.
Destroyed much of the city and tore through Cole at the atomic level.
Killing him instantly.
Cole's story changes based on the player's choice. For this matchup, we're focusing on the canonical good Cole, while alternatively exploring the possible effects of evil Cole.
Became
Okay.
a conduit, one of many beings who were granted supernatural abilities from the Ray Sphere explosion.
Which also turned Empire City into a godforsaken hellscape. This world needed a hero.
Okay, sorry. I'm gonna pause a lot. I feel like I'm gonna pause a lot this episode, but I just need everything. Full name: Cole MacGrath, 27'8", height, 182 centimeters, aka Electric Man, Savior of Empire City, Patron Saint of New Marais, Prime Conduits, knows how to hardcore parkour, quit college to piss off his parents, yes. Red Bram Stoker's Dracula, like all the cool kids. Okay, 3, 2, 1, click.
Or at least an anti-hero willing to clean up the mess he sorta technically made.
Cole put his powers to the test, battling rogue superpowered conduits, including the mastermind behind the blast,
Kessler.
Let's be real, none of Cole's powers are as sick nasty as his parkour skills.
Electric powers are kind of cool too.
Pretty sweet too.
Cole controls electromagnetic energy. Not only can he generate a smorgasbord of powerful lightning
The
attacks,
Tobey
he can
Maguires
also
again.
manipulate thermal, kinetic, and gravitational energies. Electromagnetism is pretty
Thunder
broad
drop.
after all. This includes his radar pulse, which detects the bioelectricity inside organisms even if they're hidden or transformed.
Yeah.
And for good measure, he got to add some ice
Ionic
powers to his
abilities.
kit. He can throw ice grenades, shoot ice spikes, and let out some epic ice farts.
He can levitate like Electric Iron Man, grind on rails like Shadow the Hedgehog, read your mind like Goku's muffin button, charge up with extra karmic energy, also like Shadow the Hedgehog, and generate force fields like...
Shadow the Hedgehog.
But these aren't just force fields. They literally...
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of Shadow the Hedgehog comparison.
...that Cole absorbs. That's insane.
How's that?
Are you familiar with a little equation called E equals MC squared?
No.
No.
Oh,
Ah.
well, it defines the mathematical
End of the
relationship
episode.
between matter and energy. Essentially, how much energy any given mass contains.
Okay, the largest mass object Cole absorbs is a 343-gram helicopter chain gun round.
Perfectly converting matter to energy is technically impossible, but hey, this is a video game. The mass contained in that bullet, when multiplied by the speed of light squared, would release an energy equivalent to over 7 megatons of TNT.
What?
This means Cole's energy output is basically fueled by a nuclear reactor.
Oh, so he's like a living
Cool.
superbomb, always ready to go off. Sounds like my first ex-wife.
Should he somehow run low on energy, he can drain it from nearby appliances to recharge. He's even learned to drain the bioelectricity from people, like this. Yikes.
Cole can focus his electricity through his hand. A
Ray
giant
field.
tuning fork with
Oh, they're giving him the ray field inhibitor?
Or he can just make lightsabers out of his hands. That's cool too. And because he follows Pokemon rules, Cole's extra resistant to electric attacks.
With these powers, Cole chewed through Kessler's forces.
He's weak to water for some reason.
Black tar powers could infect and control minds.
And he eventually faced down that son of a bitch himself and pwned his ass, despite Kessler having his exact same powers. Coincidence?
I
Turns
think
out
not!
The architect of Cole's misery was himself from an alternate future timeline, manipulating events from the shadows to ensure this version of Cole became a better hero than Kessler ever was.
Yeah, you see, Cole's superpowers are molded through his actions, increasing in power and utility based on how good or evil he acts. Naturally, as a good person, Cole shaped his
Hey, PlayStation All-Star.
focus to target the bad guys. That's pussy shit! Evil Cole is way more awesome sus! He blows everything up! Collateral damage? Who cares? He can control fire!
What is this?
That just happened!
Yeah.
Who wrote this shit?
The point is, Kessler's whole plan was meant to
I think that was him
apocalypse,
from the
which
past.
appear in the form of the Beast, a conduit of unimaginable power.
Cole is strong enough to create massive thunderstorms, fast enough to route electricity
80% of the speed of light.
90% the speed of light, and maybe thanks to Kessler, tough enough to take on the Beast.
Which possessed the power of the Ray Sphere itself. It could regenerate at an atomic level and eradicate all of Empire City in a single attack. Fortunately, after a grueling battle, Cole defeated the Beast once and for all.
Though ultimately, it wasn't Cole's power that made him a hero.
In order to stop a plague created by the Ray Sphere, Cole sacrificed his life, eradicating the conduit genes and saving all of humanity.
Sure, he also killed thousands of conduits in the process, but hey,
We don't
what's
talk
a few
about that.
corpses when building a better tomorrow. This trolley stops for no one.
Cole was remembered as a saint by the people of New Marais, as a hero by the friends he left behind, and an inspiration to future generations. A true testament to the responsibility of power.
Alright, now my boy.
Comes great responsibility, but not everybody's got an Uncle Ben to tell him that.
Alex Mercer woke up in hell. Manhattan Island was gripped by the horrific blacklight virus, transforming its citizens into terrifying monsters.
Alex had no memories. He was a man without a past, and maybe
Sorry. Full name, Alexander J. Mercer, age of 30. Height, is a little shorter. 86 kilogram, fuck you, he's heavier, he's way heavier. But we can't really determine that. Codename Seuss, the Alpha Virilis Metamorph. Official traits: distant predatory, super intelligent, terrifying, vengeful. Admits he is a killer, a monster, a terrorist, because he's so edgy. He's so edgy. He's my boy. He's my
But he
edgy
did have
guy.
one thing.
The blacklight virus can rewrite your cells all the way down to your DNA, and somehow it granted Alex incredible superhuman abilities. He can infect anyone he touches,
The edge.
altering their biology at the molecular level in seconds.
Molecular level. Yeah, but that's not gonna affect
So,
Cole if you
Alex
resist
worked
at the
on
atomic
efforts to
level.
avenge
Oh, I can
himself
see the
and city
defeats
by
from
fighting
over
whatever
here.
monster unleashed this nightmare and eat them. Yeah, he can consume people to give himself a power boost. He's like Kirby, if Kirby listened to Linkin Park.
We can play one step closer.
Biomass gives him
Yeah,
super
fuck you,
strength,
YouTube.
greater metabolic rate, increased reaction times, and even a regenerative healing factor. Essentially, Alex is an ever-evolving super being, the ultimate being.
Oh, like Shadow the Hedgehog.
By consuming victims, Alex also receives all their memories and experiences, including Peter Randall, a 69-year-old man whose entire history Alex processed in just 11 seconds. Being able to condense that
I didn't think about
time
that.
frame means Alex can perceive events happening within 5 nanoseconds.
Which is about how
That's
long I was
incredible.
married to my second ex-wife.
Alex can shapeshift his body at will, creating disguises, increasing his muscle mass, and forming nearly unbreakable armor. And when he wants to kill someone, he can become his own weapon, turning his
Yeah,
blades into
claws.
claws and blades, or generating countless tendrils that give him unmatched control.
The whip fist is my favorite.
With these goopy powers,
Critical
he came
mass
up with
evolved,
a bunch
forms,
of Street Fighter moves, like the
regeneration,
air
hive
dash,
mind,
the cannonball,
light,
the
disguise.
bullet dive drop, and the hunter dirt nap. Pretty sure.
Hey, you can literally,
my
you can
boyfriend's stripper name.
And after
You can literally homing attack, like Shadow the Hedgehog.
reaches critical mass and can unleash his evil slop in powerful ultimate attacks.
Yes. From a gameplay perspective, Alex's health can be viewed as a representation of his biomass reserves. It increases when he consumes and decreases when he performs devastator attacks.
Like the Tendril Barrage Devastator.
Yeah!
Beautiful.
Despite being seen as the world's most wanted terrorist, fair, Alex
Yeah.
used his powers to stop the spread of the virus and end the city's nuclear devastation.
It was then he learned the truth. He wasn't Alex Mercer at all.
He
Yeah.
was the blacklight virus
Virus itself.
itself, which absorbed the memories and likeness of the real Alex Mercer, who was not only dead, but actually responsible for all of this in the first place.
Yeah.
To decipher this, I recreated the blacklight virus myself.
No, don't do that!
Dangerous-
Why is it empty?
He's right behind me, isn't he?
Yeah.
So the man Alex was hunting the whole time was himself. Dun dun.
Dun dun!
That's right, Boomstick. Turns out
That's right,
Dr.
Boomstick.
Alex Mercer helped create the blacklight virus, and when things didn't work out and he was about to die, he recklessly unleashed it upon the city.
What a petty SOB. What he didn't know was that the virus would merge with his sentience and memories and become a new Alex. How? Why? Don't question it, it's a nothing burger.
But is this mass of viral material that calls itself Alex actually human in any meaningful way?
The poor bastard sure tried to be. Too bad humans can be dicks, and everyone kept betraying him. Even the so-called love of his life, who shot him in the face. Whoa! So
Yeah.
Alex figured, obviously, humanity had to go.
Not just go, but be made better. Whatever goodness remaining with this Alex was left behind as he plotted to unleash a second
Scary.
blacklight virus, recreating humanity into a super species in his own image. Great power became great terror.
Classic anime RPG villain stuff. And he was strong enough to do it. Alex can casually tear buildings apart, dodge supersonic tank shells, and even defeated the Supreme Hunter, who was tough enough to survive a nuclear blast that would have leveled Manhattan.
Based on the blast radius given in
Okay,
game,
what's
that's 450 kilotons of TNT.
wait.
Manhattan. Based on the blast radius given in game, that's 450 kilotons of TNT.
Bro, you literally have, like, post-credit info that this bomb was 5 times the bomb on Hiroshima. Estimates made by non-Blackwatch characters claim the blast yield equaled about 75 kilotons of TNT. Blackwatch's own map of its blast radius takes precedence. Unless you're talking about the media, that's what they're referring to. So maybe, well, at least that one's bigger. So let's go. I'll take it.
Alex survived one. His healing factor is off the chain. And after being blasted into paste, all he needed was the tiniest bit of himself to come back good as new.
His healing occurs at the cellular level, making him virtually
Cellular
impossible
level.
to kill so long as he keeps consuming.
But attempting to take over the world and kill millions of people pissed off a certain James Heller, a dude who had just had enough of his fucking weird
Fucking Gremlin shit!
Same
Give me my daughter!
consume Alex once.
I'm gonna skull fuck you!
Kirby symbiote? Die by the Kirby symbiote. What, was Alex just a virus after all? I mean, what's more human than the urge to conquer the world, drive its species to the slaughter, consume its raw genetic resources, and crown yourself king? Maybe the day Alex Mercer died was the day he truly became human.
Wow, that was intense.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah, it was.
Yes. Let's go! Prediction time. Prediction time. They didn't talk about the beast nuking Empire City, so it's probably more powerful. Cole is more powerful, goddamn, and especially when they said that he can also absorb matter and turn it into energy. And the amount of energy of the bullets? I want to say they are comparable in speed, so to speak, because okay, Cole's lightning bolts and all that stuff were said to go about 19% the speed of light, and Alex can go over approximately can process information at like 90 5 nanoseconds. Sorry, I need to be focused. So maybe that's relative to each other. Maybe that's like both relativistic in some way. Even though I can think like Cole can move better. Cole has some advantage with his projectile. He still has the faster projectiles in most cases. The whole thing about he can resist mind control. He can resist being manipulated at the atomic level. So I'm sure they're gonna go with the consumption won't work, and mind control and the virus won't work. Seem pretty straightforward. I mean, do I rewatch it a second time like I did with Billcord? I think this might be a good call. Get it? Cole MacGrath. But I'm pretty dead set on Cole MacGrath right now, because he seems to have a lot more resistances to Alex. Do I rewatch it? You know what? It's the champion. It's my most wanted. Fuck you. I'm gonna rewatch it. Alright! There we go, I'm back. Sorry. Okay, I picked up some new details. So, I've seen that in the list of feats that Alex Mercer can process information at 66% the speed of light, which is not 90%. It's close, but, well, it's 30% less, but... oh well, he's not as fast. Cole is still faster. Makes sense. I was expecting on that. And I remember I was recalled of the MC square thing that I thought was kind of confusing, but it gave, like, just Cole that his, like, base energy is in hundreds of megatons of TNT, which I think is way beyond, anything Alex has survived, which was like 500, but only kilotons. So it's not just the base Cole. Apparently, just the amount of energy Cole can absorb is like stronger than anything Alex has done. So, and plus, like, he can resist mind control. They're probably gonna go about how he can resist on the atomic level compared to the blacklight virus, who can manipulate you on the molecular level. Seems pretty straightforward. Plus, like, Cole is better at range. He has better way to dish out that power at range. I feel like Cole wins. I don't like also. I'm not sure what I think about the analysis. Like, the very beginning of the analysis, I don't like the fact that they're like, the intro says, "Oh, we're making these characters fight despite the fact that they're not relevant," and "Oh, looks that into trash. There's an old script that we forgot to record and stuff." I don't know if I like this aspect. It seems very... I'm sure this is not the intention of the Death Battle team and stuff, but the entire time the Death Battle, like, I've seen Death Battle cast and Fireside chat and stuff, they, like, seemed very... how do I say? Not condescending, but, like, I don't want to say passive-aggressive, but sort of, towards this matchup. And I didn't want to see part of this feeling in this episode. And the fact that this intro, like, starts with, like, yeah, no one cares about these two, but we're gonna make them fight anyway because you requested it. I don't know, it feels bitter. Am I the only one with this feeling? The analysis of these two... I should talk about this after the fight. I should talk about this after the fight. Alex is undeniably smarter, like more experienced. He's got the experience of thousands of people he absorbed and like military personnel and scientists. That still counts. The problem is he's like he doesn't have an option that he would be where he could use that smart to take advantage of Cole. So fuck me, I guess. Fuck me, although it's more arguable. Well, if he's megatons beyond Alex, like I'm gonna have to give it to Cole. Please, Alex, prove me wrong, but yeah, no, Cole wins. Sorry, maybe not feeling great. I shouldn't be feeling this down for some reason. All right. Fight, 3, 2, 1, click! Alright, the commands are set!
Let's end this debate
once and for all! Time for a death battle! Let's end this debate once and for all! Let's go! We brought it back, bitch! Oh, the chopper, get over here. I want to see this fight, it's awesome.
I think I've still got room for desserts. Buddy, you are one sick freak.
Fight! Ooh! Yeats! Tendril Barrage! That is so cool, the music is so cool! And this is where the sneak peek ends! Cannonball! Ooh! Again with the tendril. Blade! Weapon combos, that's great. Hoo! Let's go! Yes! He's better at parkouring! Hoo! Ha! Hoo! Ha! Hoo! Hoo! Ha! Dash! Ice! Ah! No! Immobilized! Yeah, it works way too well. Grappling hook. Oh, he's gonna try and fool him. That's not how it works. Ice. Block. Oh, that is messed up.
What a nightmare. You don't know the half of it.
That's kind of cool. Prototype 2 form, let's go with the hammers! Ah! Get here! Whoo! Ah! Oh! The vortex! Come on, come on, come on! Ooh! He got him! Let's go.
So much power, and yet you waste it on these vermin.
Ah!
And I can change this world for the better. The only vermin I see here is you.
Ionic Storm! I don't know. Ah! Gigawatt Blade! Ah! The Super Armor! Who? Ah! Oh!
Want to give me your power? Fine, I'll just take it.
It won't work! Yeah!
Good idea.
Ah! And he drains him!
This world sure isn't perfect, but it's a lot better without you in it, asshole.
Let's go!
Now I know where that script was in the trash. I had to hear someone say awesome sauce.
Pilots were incredibly versatile and deadly, and both could match each other's powers blow for blow.
They could each
Really?
create weapons, amplify their strength, and fight at range.
But could Cole survive Alex's infection? Well, Alex
Yes.
would usually need to weaken an opponent to get that trick to work.
While the ray sphere creates conduits, Kessler was unsure if Cole... Wait. Creates conduits, Kessler was unsure if Cole would survive its explosion, as stated in Mission the Truth. The beast was torn apart by a ray sphere, so Cole's survival accounts for his own ability. Fuck. Okay. Fair. Sorry, I need to...
Were incredibly versatile and deadly.
Sorry, I'm gonna pause and go back
They could
all the
each
time.
create weapons, amplify their strength, and fight at range.
But could Cole survive Alex's infection? Well, Alex would usually need to weaken an opponent to get that trick to work. Even then, the ray sphere incident that created Cole's powers in the first place ripped apart everyone else down to the atomic level. And the beast's attacks were capable of the same thing. Considering the blacklight virus only works down to molecular DNA, it's reasonable to say Cole would be able to resist it.
Sure,
That's fair.
potentially consumed Cole's biomass to give him.
Cole's bioleech drains neuroelectricity from living things, which is partly responsible for healing the human body from wounds. It is likely it would negate Alex's regeneration. Oh, really?
Considering the blacklight virus only works down
That
to
hard?
molecular DNA, it's reasonable to say Cole would be able to resist it.
Sure, Alex could have potentially consumed Cole's biomass to give himself an edge, but Cole could just do the same thing to Alex, absorbing his bioelectricity to power himself back up.
But nothing could challenge the gap in power.
So, gap in power, yes. More powerful, better ranged option, could resist the blacklight virus. Radar sense counters Alex's disguise. Alex Mercer, smarter and more experienced, harder to kill due to regeneration, notably slower, vulnerable to potential consumptions. Yeah, that's pretty much the conclusion I had to. Aside from the more powerful, I wasn't sure of their actual, durability and power output and shit.
Bioelectricity to power himself back up.
But nothing could challenge the gap in power. Everything Alex survived could simply not match Cole's force fields, and
Yeah.
especially not the power of the Beast. The blast the Beast created actually had a much wider radius than the one the Supreme Hunter could survive. To compete with these foes, this means Cole was simply far more powerful than Alex.
Speaking of the beast, Cole's ability to disintegrate it at the atomic level meant that even Alex's crazy molecular regeneration couldn't stand up to Cole's might.
Just like how Cole could overpower Kessler despite his resistance to electricity, or how he resisted Sasha's mind control powers,
Yeah.
which were
Sasha's organic tar controls mind, physically alters its victim. This is curiously similar to the blacklight virus. Cole not only resisted the tar, but healed people affected by it.
eerily similar to the blacklight virus.
But I bet you're wondering, what if Alex fought evil Cole instead? Well, it'd be even worse.
Yeah.
That Cole took the beast's power for himself.
Now evil
Good
Cole
night for Angry Virus
wins.
Boy.
Alex was a versatile, deadly opponent, but Cole's
Come on, dude.
speed and raw power gave him the edge.
Alex got the Cole shoulder, just like this stupid script.
The winner is Cole MacGrath.
Bro. Alright, pause. There you go, this is the end. This battle was cool, despite the sour, again, I don't know, there's a bitterness, I can't get it out. I don't know if it's, as someone who's been wanting this matchup for years, this, I don't know, it kind of hurts a little bit. Maybe it's me, maybe it's, I don't know. Compared to the love that was, maybe it's because the love that was given to Bill Cord. I don't want to compare it to Bill Cord. Okay, these episodes are drastically different, and they were going to be drastically different. And I'm not saying the episode is bad. The fight is super cool. I love the central game. Wow, there's a scene, the scene where they're in the building and you see Alex slowly regenerating into a monster thing. That was well done. That was creepy stuff. That was cool. That was I love the interaction between the characters. I love the interaction between Cole and Alex. The analysis was fun despite everything. The analysis was fun. There's a bunch of Tobey Maguire Easter eggs dancing in the background of each analysis. I don't know how many there were, but they were fun. The reference to like all the way back to 2010. That was a good time. And the music is fucking good. For example, the music is perfect. The music is perfect. Inhuman is the good collab between Swaps and Omega Sparks. The music is always undeniably fucking impeccable. Good display of Alex's weapons and also his evolved forms. How he goes from normal Alex, from Prototype 1 to his weird, like, to his final boss form. The animation on Alex's face are a little iffy. Like, they're a little weak, but I think that's because of the limitations of the model. The parkour between the characters, when you see like Cole just kind of like struggling to climb a building, and then you see Alex just going. What's the cop? What's the meme of that one cop? You know, who's running towards the camera. That was really fun. The analysis portrayed those characters very well. I really love what they did with the analysis of Alex's character, about being like a virus and who he is in the world and how he was like kind of fucked up by humanity, and when he was the most human is when he died, you know, shit like that. My only downside to it all is like my only downside maybe is like the overall bitterness around this matchup. I would have liked, like, whatever thinks the crew, like, I'm sure this was no ill intention. Like, I'm sure everyone who worked on it like was passionate, and I'm sure there are people who did play Infamous and play Prototype and were passionate about this project. So I'm no way, like, this is not directed at the cast and crew of Death Battle itself. This is just I as a fan who's been like really wanting this matchup, like seriously, who's been loving these characters, who's been like loving Alex Mercer. I don't know, there's kind of how do I say this? There's a wound, and you know, there's kind of like there's a stab and a knife in the wound, and it's kind of wobbling it a little bit, like accidentally, I'm sure, but I don't know. I don't know. There was a lot of bitterness from the. I don't want to say bitterness. I'm sorry, guys. If any members of the cast watches this, This is not against you, but I don't know. The script. I don't know. There was a bitterness. There was a smidge of bitterness, and I don't know. I'm feeling a bit iffy about this, but I'm sure I'm gonna watch this. I'm gonna watch this fucking episode 10 times. Like, don't worry, don't worry. We're gonna analyze this later. It's gonna be fun. Oh yeah, I wanted to say also a great display of Alex's powers. Great display of both characters' powers. Honestly, there was a good variety and like in their weapons and powers and stuff and what they used. There's a lot of Alex's hammers and whip fists and tendrils and blades and armors and, you know, devastator attacks and stuff. The way Alex throws a helicopter, which is a reference to his final boss in Prototype 2. The fucking rambling, fucking weird, fucking rambling shit. In the analysis, this one's peak. That is peak. I'm gonna say that is perfect. I'm so glad this made it into the analysis. If there is one thing, that is good to take from the whole, oh, this is an old script from 2000 to 2010 and whatever, it's the little end, the little transition thing before the fights, where they say, let's end this debate once and for all. That was a good use of a comeback. That was a good use of a callback. And that one I enjoyed. That one was really... That one felt nice. And I genuinely like it. The segments between Whiz and Boomsticks, yes, well, I mean, whizzes and boomsticks, because they're evil clones for some reason. They were kind of fun. No, not the best of the season, I think, but it's entertaining that Wiz has the blacklight virus. Overall, this is an amazing episode, just with a minus that is, I think, a bit more present than the minus that was in Belcord, in my opinion. And again, this is not like towards the like, I don't believe this was made by ill intention. This was of ill intention to write the script as they wrote it. It's just like me as a normie ass guy, just watching this, who's been wanting this episode and like being kind of called out about it, not in a good way. I don't know. Maybe I'm tired for this. Maybe I'm too tired for this. Anyway, you know, that was a good overall amazing episode. Amazing music. Amazing fights. Great analysis. Oh my god, what is this feeling? Also, that's it. Those are the matchups. Those were the two matchups we were looking forward this season. There's no other matchups to look forward to. There's no prediction to have to when it's gonna come out and whatever. It's just, yes. Oh my god. Next time on Death Battle, no holding it back. 3, 2, 1, click.
Thanks for watching, and hey, are you a Death Battle member?
I am.
There's a ballot going on right now where members get to choose a matchup for the next season.
Next.
Click that join button and
Next
join the
time.
Champions Discord.
Next time on Death Battle. Oh. Oh. Okay. Frieza versus Megatron. Okay. Okay. I'm. Not gonna lie. This is not the matchup I vibe with the most. I never fully understood. I've never fully grasped what the appeal of this matchup was. Maybe it's like I'm not familiar with the characters whatsoever. But you know, I know this was a popular one. This is hype. This is kind of hype, and I'm surprised this is kind of a debate. I'm curious to know what Megatron is. I'm curious to know how powerful like Megatron is, cause like isn't Frieza like on par with Goku nowadays? Like he's got like a Frieza black form, whatever, where he's like on par with the Beerus and all that shit. That sounds big. That sounds big. I'm okay with it. I'm down for that. Holy shit. Well, that was a lot of emotions for these like past 4 weeks approximately, because like Bill Cord and Colex were matchups I was really looking forward to. And they were my most wanted matchups. I'm very satisfied. And now we're having Frieza versus Megatron. This time I'm gonna draw it. Like, if you're watching this video at a later date and you see like you saw a very beautiful thumbnail, that's not gonna affect you. But currently, there's no Colex thumbnail, at least no hand-drawn one. So I don't know when I'm going to do this, but you know, I'll probably do it after I got this idea of Frieza versus Megatron. So you can always subscribe and hit the bell and be notified when I throw a stream, which is my Let's Draw Death Battles, where I'm gonna do a fan art of Frieza vs Megatron, and it's gonna be fun. If you like this reaction, you can always like it, you can always share it to your friends, your families, your foes, whatever. Maybe this reaction is cringe and that'll annoy them, it's always fun. And without further ado, thank you so much for watching, again, so much, that means a lot. And that was Torok at your service. I'll see you next time. And I'm gonna eat some pizza.